Okay, we are going to use half-angle formula to find cosine of 15 degrees and to find the sine of 75 degrees. The formula for, to start with, cosine of 15 degrees could be written as the cosine of 30 divided by 2. Since 30 divided by 2 is 15, that's how we use half-angle formula. So and 15 degrees would be in the first quadrant, and cosine would be positive in the first quadrant. So I do know that it would be positive. And the formula says it's the square root of 1 plus the cosine of theta divided by 2. So in this case, our theta is what's on top here, which would be 30 degrees. So it would be 1 plus cosine of 30 degrees divided by 2. 30 degrees is right here. The coordinate there is square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. So cosine would be square root of 3 over 2. So as I continue to simplify this, it says 1 plus cosine of 30. Since cosine of 30 is square root of 3 over 2, I'm going to call 1 2 over 2 plus square root of 3 over 2. Why did I call 1 2 over 2? Because I needed a denominator with 2. Okay, and this will be divided by, I'm going to call the 2 2 over 1. So as I further simplify, this gives me 2 plus the square root of 3 over 2. Dividing fractions easy as pie, flip the bottom and multiply. So you just take the 2 over 1, multiply by 1 over 2. So this gives me square root of 2 plus the square root of 3 over 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2 plus square root of 3 is 2 plus square root of 3. And this is the same thing as 2 plus the square root of 3 over the square root of 4, which is 2. And that is my final answer. The next part is they ask us to find the sine of 75 degrees. So I could write this as the sine of 150 over 2. So my theta is 150. 75 degrees would still be in the first quadrant. And so I do know that it's going to be positive because sine is positive in the upper hemisphere. So we'll be positive, and the formula says it's 1 minus the cosine of 150 divided by 2. So my theta is going to be 150. 150 lives 30 degrees north of 180, and the coordinate there is negative square root of 3 over 2, positive 1/2. Alright, and so minus negative square root of 3 over 2 will just be positive square root of 3 over 2. And so this comes out to be 1, actually I'm going to call the 1 2 over 2, 2 plus square root of 3 over 2 divided by 2 over 1. I just made up this problem, but if you notice, it comes out to be exactly the same as what we just did right there, right? 2 over 2 plus square root of 3 over 2 divided by 2 over 1. So actually I could just cheat and go to the answer, which will be 2 plus the square root of 3 over 2. You just do the whole dividing fractions easy as pie, flip the bottom and multiply. So square root of the top over the square root of the bottom, and the square root of 4 is 2. So that would be the answer to the sine of 75 degrees using half-angle formula.